Hey everyone, welcome back to more AC Odyssey. Now I noticed about a day ago or was it 2 days ago that a update, well when I say an update, they released the next story from the Lost Tales of Greece, which we'll be doing shortly. So a lot of people are, I also have been hearing about, I actually completely forgot to do this, but I saw this video about the what was it, Macedonian lion. Excuse me. So that's actually there at this synchronization point. I didn't even know this viewpoint even existed. So I found that out on my travels. I honestly just went wandering around to see if I'd missed anything. So I'd go to these trident points, see if there's anything there, and I found one, and I found the Macedonian lion. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. So also I I found something quite, there were in the same video that was mentioning that, they also mentioned about a new skin for Phobos, and I thought I would actually try it. And the Neme, protected by the Nemean lion's fur, Nemea is nearly impervious to attack unless Heracles decides otherwise. So I thought that might be able to help Phobos if you have to enter any battles or escape things, then give a bit more protection. Now I've actually discovered a glitch in this, and I have found no way to fix it. Ubisoft, if you're watching, I'd really hope you could release a patch, because literally there's nothing else that I've gone over this about 5 times and I've highlighted things. There's nothing new. Now when it says this has this icon, it means there's something new, so it means there's actually another glitch that Ubisoft actually need to fix. So if you're watching Ubisoft, please do get around to it. It is actually annoying me at the moment. I'm still trying to ignore it because it makes you think there's something new. Because of that, and I've just been around, just wandering around killing a couple of mercenaries, so I've gone up to level 65, keep the ability points for the 3rd episode of the Legacy of the First Blade, because we should be getting, as I understand it and have heard, there's at least one more ability to purchase, so I'll wait with that. So this, now the 5th tale is called A Poet's Legacy. I know it's technically called the 5th tale, but I'm calling it a story because they are stories. Stories and tales kind of pull in the same thing, so with variations. So it's the 5th tale from the Lost Stories of Greece. Now, when I first looked at the title of this story, it honestly concerned me a little bit, and I'll show you why. Praxilla's Admirer. Now, if any of you AC fans, then you'll know why, or I would hope you'd understand why I'm slightly concerned. For those of you who don't know, Praxilla was a character we met through side missions, through a set of side missions, and she came to know one of the characters that Bayek knew. Now, don't get me wrong, she's a great character. I'm not saying that it's not going to be nice to see her. Excuse me. There's a big flaw though, and let me put you in terms of timeline. This game is set around or after the time of 451 BC. Origins is set around 38 BC. That's around, if not more than 400 years difference. Now I'm sorry, but unless you remember the Isu, there's no way you'd be over that able to survive 400 years with the same face. So yeah, that's a big flaw. If it is the same person, now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it isn't going to be nice to see her or talk to her, but I truly hope it's not the same person, because that would mean a massive flaw in the timeline from Ubisoft perspective, and I don't know if they've even realized that, or whether just trying to, I get it, like there's a big difference between cameo, like lieutenants on a ship as a cameo, like you have Aya, Bayak, that sort of thing. That's one thing. But actual in-game stuff like for missions, regardless of it's side missions or excuse me, like, mythical creature contract stuff, those side missions, quest missions, they can't give an exception to, because they help build the story. You can't just pull someone 400 years into the past. It just doesn't work that way. So, I mean, it'd be nice, but historically inaccurate at the same time if she was here. So I'm kind of hoping, for the sake of the timeline, that she isn't. But anyway, I just thought I'd mention that because wish they get the historic. You're kidding? Alcibiades, really? Is that seriously you?
My, is that Cassandra of Aiad, the Eagle-Bearer, messenger of Zeus, she who launched 1,000 hearts?
Alcibiades. I'm known by many names, but that last one sounds to be of your own making.
My young friend Archimedes here could use your legendary talents to woo the object of his desire.
Oh, great.
You would have my eternal gratitude.
Really? I've heard of this. I'm sure I saw that Archimedes. Oh, I forgot his name already. I'm pretty sure we saw him at that party where we had to go dress in those robes and had to spiff her up, as one would say, for that party of poets and philosophers. I'm sure he was there. Maybe I'm referring from a historical reference. I don't know. Typical Alcibiades. You always have to drag us into something, don't you?
I'd like to know more about the man asking for my help.
I'm Archimedes. I came to Alcibiades because he boasts of his exploits as a lover and knows Praxilla.
Of course he does. Who doesn't he know?
I'm a Misthios, not some famed lover.
Nonsense! I've heard that our Misthios here is the only one allowed near the pirate queen Xenia's booty.
Oh, God.
What's the job?
Have you ever heard of Praxilla?
The name sounds
Yep.
familiar. Who is she?
Who is she? A poet blessed by Apollo himself. She describes the gods as if they were her lovers. Her lyre is a legendary weapon wielded in her hands. I want to meet her, but talking to a goddess such as she? Terrifying.
Oh, nonsense. Usually you give a woman some flowers and she'll show you her flower. However, this is Praxilla. She is not easily impressed.
No kidding.
Of course. No ordinary flower will do. They need to be worthy of a goddess.
I come to this coast every year for the Poetry Festival. Of all the beautiful blossoms, none match the scent and radiance of the coral rose. Fetch some, and all doors and legs shall open
God.
for you.
Oh, him and the way he talks sometimes. Unbelievable. We'll get them for you.
I'll return with your flowers.
Oh, boy.
Where can I find the coral rose? It sounds rare.
You would be correct. However, like all good things in life, these take more work than most are willing to expend. They're atop a nearby mountain.
Was that all? Okay.
Say I do get these flowers. Where would I bring them?
Back to camp? Praxilla should be in her tent.
It sounds like you want us to woo her, not you.
You mentioned being here for a poetry festival?
I did. It's one of the many festivals to Apollo, but this one holds a special place in my heart, among other places. Other festivals are so stuffy. Here we worship like Maenads.
Okay.
I've heard enough.
Please, if you are as skilled with sword and heart as Alcibiades says, you'll return to me with the coral rose. As a poet, it's best that I stay at camp while you do the hiking.
You'd be an easy snack for wolves or bears. I'll return with the roses.
Right, so where do we... So we're heading back to the very place we jumped off. Okay. Well, that's easy enough. So what famed little creatured monsters do we have to find atop this mountain? That's what I'm wondering. Kind of hope it's rather simple, but with these things there's no such thing as simple. Mind you, they are called towers for a reason, aren't they? I wonder what tower they're going to swing on us. What? Up, up, come on. Get up there. Thank you. Really? You've got to be kidding me. Up you go. There we are. There we are. Where are these flowers? Oh, of course it is. The little red thing sticking out.
These must be the coral roses.
Huh, how about that? So looking for little red things sticking out to grow. Whoa. Oh, there's another one. Where's another one? Misa need 5. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Alright. Yeah, it can't be that easy, but anyway. We'll soon find out. I thought that was Praxilla for a second there. It's not. Face looks similar if I recall.
I found your coral roses.
You're back! That's perfect. The roses are perfect. Oh, look at the luster. The fragrance. Now you must deliver them to her.
Of course we have to. Yeah, you're the one who came to see her, exactly.
You came all this way to meet her. You should be the one to do it.
Please, I'm much too nervous to speak to her. I've composed a poem to recite. Here, let me teach you.
Oh, God. You can read it yourself, mate.
I'm not
Sorry.
saying any Malaka's poem. That's your job, not mine.
Then I must rehearse. Will you at least deliver the flowers before they wilt?
Fine, but you'll do the rest.
Okay, she's at her tent. It's right there. Go give them to her.
We're no
Praxilla.
poet.
I have flowers for you from Orchimidis of... somewhere.
Did I not tell you to get the wine 5 minutes ago?
Cassandra Vaillad, may I introduce you to my dear friend Praxilla, Apollo's muse and mistress of the Golden Strings.
You're Praxilla?
Didn't expect an aged bard. Mercenary of Ayat?
Mastery takes time, agreed.
It would be foolish of me to assume a master of the craft would be young.
Praxilla, this is Cassandra Vaillad, Eagle Bearer, messenger of Zeus, launcher of 1,000...
Cassandra Kaka, care stone and light alike, leaves ladies and lads alight alive. Ailing women and awestruck men cling to her side.
A true genius.
Look at those shoulders. A soldier, a Spartan, a thorn in the side of tyrants. She who dares challenge Poseidon. Alcibiades, this one I'm keeping my eyes on.
The poems she writes about me are never so kind.
I have flowers for you. They're not from me. They're from Archimedes. He's right over... Well, he was over there.
A coral rose? Huh. I'll have to get my servant to add these to the pile.
Ooh. I must admit, also for the record, I'm glad it's not the same Praxilla. I'm very, very glad. They haven't made that mistake. It had me worried there. As much as he'd probably get annoyed us for saying more grateful, if she's gotten so many roses, you have to be a poet to a poet. Like, that makes sense. So, yeah. I'm sorry. I've forgotten his name again. Friend of Alcibiades, but he's gonna have to do more than just give you flowers.
I also prefer actions to easy gestures.
Where is that servant girl? I swear her head must be rattling with rocks.
I wish she'd rattle my rocks.
Oh god.
Achaikos is missing. That idiot must have taken it with her and run off.
Achaikos.
Achaikos is Praxilla's legendary lyre.
I set it down after tuning moments before you arrived. I can't go on stage without Achaikos.
I did see Archimedes leaving in quite a hurry.
We need to get that lyre back. Please, without Praxilla getting everyone's juices flowing, this festival is just a bunch of young men measuring the size of their verse.
Of course it is.
This lyre was special. Can you play another for your recital?
Perseus without winged sandals or a mirrored shield was just a man. Would he have the same legends, the same mystery if he performed each task without a legendary weapon?
It's very valuable, both in significance and in drachmi.
Fair point. He's got a point there as well.
Archimedes and the missing servant both disappeared as the lyre was stolen. They could be working together.
Oh, and he seemed like such a nice boy.
Alcibiades invited a viper into my tent.
Is there somewhere they could have taken it?
It's a poetry festival. There is no better hub for shady trade.
I'll find the thief and return the lyre.
Okay. So we'll go for a bit of a search, do we? Okay.
I'm looking for a man named Archimedes.
I know an Archimedes. Otherwise, no.
He might have been holding a lyre?
There are as many men holding lyres here as there are blades of grass on a field.
Right, so short answer no. What about you?
Praxilla's lyre has gone missing. Have you seen it?
Praxilla's lyre is missing? That's terrible news. First no Euripides and now this? Krepsis really has gone to the dogs.
Okay, a bunch of names we don't know about, but anyway.
I'm looking for a missing lyre.
And we all.
Are we?
Well, that wasn't very helpful, was it?
Do you know a man named Archimedes?
Archimedes? Archimedes. That's the kid who hangs out around the Vipers. Yeah, I know him. He's been coming to the festival for 3 or 4 years, maybe.
The Vipers? Who are they?
You know how it is. People feel small, so they band together to make the rest of us feel smaller. They took over the temple of Athena Itonia a while back. Now it's hard to take the road without being held at knife point.
Do you think that's where Archimedes would take a liar?
Hope not. For his sake. The Vipers are dangerous. If he did have the lyre on him, they'd probably rough him up for it. He's one of those kids that'd be keeping around for fodder, if you get me.
Alright. Well, good to know.
Did he have a liar on him?
I didn't see him with one. I saw him talking to you, then walking towards Praxilla's tent. He and Praxilla's pretty elot have been sneaking around lots. Just assume they were, you know, planting a garden.
Okay.
Is the Temple of Athena the best place to sell a stolen lyre?
You can buy and sell anything here, unfortunately. But going to the Vipers guarantees the person you stole from won't follow you in. Shame. It was such a beautiful temple.
Thank you for your help.
Hope you find the lyre. Watch out for the Vipers at the temple of Athena Itonia.
We will. And thank you for the intel. What the hell? So where are we going here? All the way over there. Ah, that fell, boss. Don't be fooled by the skin. Alright. What the hell are you doing lying on the road? God.
If I find Archimedes and the servant, they should lead me to the lyre.
Alright. One step closer. Good.
Someone, please help!
You're that servant. The one who disappeared at the same time as the lyre.
I can explain. Archimedes talked me into it and said he'd use a drachmi to buy my freedom. When we escaped, he said he wanted to bring the lyre to the Vipers. I said no. The Vipers said yes.
So, the Vipers have Archimedes and the lyre now. As for you, you can go back to Praxilla and apologize if you really want help.
Alright. Now we're to free someone else. Wait. Oh, fuck, I hate that when they take. It's just, especially the horse he just got off is not right there. That annoys me at times. Alright.
It must be where they're keeping Archimedes and the lyre.
By eyes, what could that be?
A great many things.
Someone playing a trick on me?
Get back here, scum! There you are!
Damn. Tried to parry at the same time as attacking. That clearly didn't work. There you go. Get the loot while we're here.
Oh, thank the gods I am saved. These horrible thugs blackmailed me to steal my life.
Somebody help me!
I got that.
Wait up. What the hell? All the way down there. Typical.
Malaka got what they deserved.
Did they force you to steal Praxila's lyre?
No, they gave me the confidence I was lacking. We would drink and complain about poetry at the festival, and I let slip that Praxila's my mother.
What?
What?
Praxila's your mother?
She is. She abandoned me and my father when I was a child. Something about following her destiny to be a wandering poet. My father, Achaikos, built the lyre for her as a wedding present. She loved it more than us. I wanted her to feel the way we did when she left.
Okay. Sometimes people just have it. I say this in retrospect to how some things, like the times, like how things were in those times. Like in one day, yes, you'd probably say like, but back in those days, like people genuinely believed that if they if they got a message from the gods, or if they felt that they had a greater destiny than, let's say they were in one set path, but then got told, oh, you've got a destiny to be a poet or some great military officer, or I don't know, like a philosopher. A good deal of the time, they would actually choose to follow that legacy path than their life that they had at that time. So that's why I'm going to choose this option. Purely because of way people thought at that time.
Praxila was born with a calling for the arts. It was her right to follow it.
She should have thought of that before she decided to have a family. I wish
True.
my father had never made her that lyre.
Speaking of the lyre, I know you have it.
Malaka, I do, but it was damaged in the struggle. Wait, before you leave, I need some advice. Should I talk to Praxila? I don't know what to do.
Well, you are her son, and she does deserve to know, frankly. Yeah, I'd say try talking to her.
Approach Praxila as yourself and talk to her. Maybe she missed you and didn't know how to come home.
I need time to think about everything. My father, my mother, my friends. Please don't tell Praxila who I am.
Alright, but you better tell her yourself. The horse not here? Of course it's not. That would be way too easy.
Yeah!
Excuse me. Actually, you know what? I'm not really. I'm never really sure how long these are going to last. So, because if next time it's just about 10 minutes till the end, I can just do a couple of mercenary battles to to take up some space of time. So we'll end this part here, and I'll see you next time for when we return the lyre to Praxila. See you then.